Now let's do a quick what's in the box at the moment. Now a lot of my knives that are in my everyday rotation are not in here right now. Just pull this so I have somewhere to sit them. First we've got one of my Merrikens. This is currently what I'm carrying. I posted it for sale for a second and then decided I'd carry it a bunch and get marks on it where I couldn't sell it as easy. Alright, we've got an Oeser flip joint. Special made for me with the cross on it. Love this. And here we've got the Tengu flipper frame lock with a drop point blade. Yellow Westy, blue Westy shield. And we've got the blue Westy liner lock. My card on this, I believe, is probably currently worth more than the actual knife. This is a little floating Zerk backspacer, hand rub finish. Excuse me. This is some really cool green linen. It's not showing up real great in this video, but for a Tachi, just a regular size Tachi with that awesome swedge. Now, this is one of mine. This is not typical of me at all. This is KC Gray. Just a super, super cool guy. I just saw this in a show once, and it was priced right, and he was kind of picking up his table, and so I grabbed it for a steal of a price, and I'm happy to have it and actually carry it a fair bit when I'm going out to eat and stuff. And it works real well cutting up kiddo food. This is the Tengu prototype. I'm not gonna try to open it. This is the Tengu prototype in blue Westy. This is Jared's first time using blue Westinghouse, and it's the first time he made a Tengu. This when he was doing a lot of ultralights, but this one does not feel ultralight because of the thickness of the stock and the micarta both. But yeah, this is the Tengu that started it all. Jared was bribed with use of micarta. This is one of my it's a production technically, but it's from Christensen. Love that knife as well. And here's another of the behemoths that I have for some of his production line stuff. Super high quality. Again, not really my style, but I like it. Okay. And we've got the Oeser Native Proto. Now, I did not have a hand in this one or anything, but I got this one along with another one back when Jared's slip joints were selling for about $500 new, which even at that time was just a stupid low price for the quality you were getting compared to the same price other makers. Don't mean that in offense to anybody, guys. But somebody definitely messaged Jared, and they wanted a knife for a specific purpose, etc. And I think Jared even said he didn't think it was going to look all that great, but he made it for him. And boy, it took off. This was his first major hit, I think, outside of maybe some of the fixed blade bushcraft knives. I'm glad to own it. I paid a really low price for it. It was covered in roofing tar and all sorts of stuff, and Jared got it back going. And then here's one of my other Christensen productions. This one's a we made. Here's my frame lock alpha, that old school orange peel finish that Tom's always done so well. This is from this past year. I won this one in a lotto. I never win lotto, so I was excited. This is an orange liner lock in 2022. Very nice alpha. This is one of the crowns in my collection. This is another one I posted for sale and pulled it. I had this and one other. It was the same type. This is Kenobi type. The other one was like a black Damascus. Or it might have been white Damascus with a dark etch, but this is one of the crowns in my collection. This is another one I posted for sale and pulled it. I had this and one other. It was the same type. This is Kenobi type. The other one was like a black Damascus with a dark etch, but this is one of the crowns in my collection. This is another one I posted for sale and pulled it. I had this and one other. It was the same type. This is Kenobi type. The other one was like a black Damascus with a dark etch, but It was one of my Merrikens. I've already boxed it up, so I'm not showing it in this video. I might cry a little. This is one of my favorite little production knife weaves. I got this on show special years ago when it first came out. It's a not a weave. I think it's a Kaiser. Anyway, cool little front flipper. Tom Krein's gonna do a regrind on it, and I just keep forgetting to send it to him. This is another one of my Merrikens. I got this one in a lotto. This one has seen a lot of use, y'all. When you're out to eat and stuff, these Persian blades, if the handles are right, just do a great job of like my kiddos are all losing their teeth right now, so being able to prep their food easy is great. Again, that's why I carry that larger one sometimes too. But I have hit a few bones and stuff, so Kurt's gonna clean her up for me a little bit. And then I've got this really cool French slip joint maker. I'm going to open this one. I'm going to show y'all kind of the locking mechanism on this. So it's completely free, floating from here to here. All right, so that is different from slip joints we're used to. And then it pops into place right there. And then you've got your lock tab, your back lock there. So you push that, and this is free. And then it hits that, and I'm not describing this well. This has got a very unique action though. Just gorgeously made and fairly priced. I've got another book spot on his books, but it's years out. This is another one of my Oeser. This is his tribute, his Lum tribute. Jared worked hard to try and be respectful of the Lum family. He tried hard to do service, by them, and to do right by them, as well as making a knife that, really benefits from that original design and giving that maker credit. Fortunately, people still got up in arms over it, but people are going to do that nowadays, no matter what you do or say. I love this knife. This is another one I posted for sale because I just needed some funds for something, but I'm very, very glad it didn't sell. And this one, so I had gotten this knife at Blade years ago from Dave Stark, the owner of Steel Addiction Knives. This was in collaboration with Tachi. I don't know how to say her last name. I'm sorry, I don't want to mess it all up. But anyway, it's in collaboration with a French maker, and this was a production run, and man, I just love it. Well, he still had some about a year and a half, 2 years later, and we just kind of become friends, and I'd introduced him and Jared Oeser and stuff like that, and he gave me this one. He said, which one would you want? I've got some left over, and he sent it right over to me. It was a very nice surprise. Stuff like that really touches me. It means a lot to me. So if you're listening to me, Dave, that's why this is in the custom box. I'd be very, very upset if I lost that. Let me see what I haven't covered here. I think I've about covered everything. This is another French slip joint. It's got some beautiful, lighting's not going to show it, but it's like some Cocobolo looking type scales. Let me open this real quick. Video's running long anyway. So there's that. This is a super cool knife. This is another one that I just got a steal on. I've never heard of the maker, but I just couldn't turn it down. It's kind of neat the way. Don't do that, by the way. You end up cutting yourself. But the slip joints by these French makers, they're just totally different feel. Really neat. And then here we've got, let me open it up. There are some makers, y'all, that I'm just really, really proud to call my friend. Jim Dunlap is one of them. He's the most humble slip joint maker I've ever met. No offense to all you, almost as humble slip joint makers. Jim's just a heck of a guy, man. And these little single blade Warncliffe trappers, along with what's called his gents knives, and then his multi-blade traditionals are just they're the best bang for the buck on the market. You won't go to the blade show in Atlanta and find a better price, better slip joint. So I'm glad to have that one and some beautiful red stag or amber stag, whatever you want to call it. All right, I think I had, oh yeah, can't forget this one. And this is Sharp Works, David Sharp, another just extremely good guy. Just think the world of him too. He, was good friends and had a lot of, was in and out of the Loveless shop. Original English Loveless shop or whatever is my understanding. Probably butchering all this, but evidently this micarta, it's a single line, which they, centered perfectly on that backspacer. Looks great. But anyway, this is some of the last Westinghouse micarta from the Loveless shop, so that's really special. This is another one. I posted quite a few for sale that are my higher end ones. I was like the first one to sells, and I'll cry over it and keep my other ones. So I ended up selling two kind of prized knives. One of them was one by Brad Richmond from Instagram. I think that covers it, other than the ones I've got out here that aren't out as part of my rotation, etc. Anyway, thought I'd give you a quick update of the old folder box and get a count again. I've also got two of each size of these Spyderco lums that Tom Krein reground. I've got the large and the small in that. The small one stays in a lightweight go pack that I have. Razor sharp. I mean, as you can tell, I love that lum pattern. Krein also has a fixed blade lum that's about the size, a tad bit larger, I think, of Jared's lum tribute when it's all the way open. Just, the blade shape and all is just incredible. For EDC and it's CPM 3V, so I know how tough it is. If I'm using it and it's like my only knife, I keep it in my Jeep at all times. I have abused that knife pretty bad, especially the tip, and it has not broken. I think I see one little area where it's turned over just a hair on the edge, which I'll strop out. But anyway, he did something real good, or whoever he sent it to, for that heat treat on that 3V for that lum. But anyway, there's the collection. Obviously needing new foam. If somebody wants to donate me some better foam, I'd be happy to put it in here to show off my knives and send you a plug. That'd make me real happy. All right, yeah, I think I've covered everything. All right, see y'all.